Hi, it's Megan. I just got in the mail 2 of the Yves Saint Laurent or YSL Beauty new baby doll kiss and blush. So they look like this, and it's a lip and cheek formula. And I also got, which I'm not going to open, I'm actually going to return. It's a little too orange for me. I got the orange, which is number 4. The orange Fugo, whatever. I'm not going to pronounce anything right here. You see, it's a pretty, it's got a creamy undertone coral. I'm not opening it since it's too orange for me. But I got the 2 that popped up on the YSL site for a very limited time period. They were going to give out like a certain, they were selling a certain number before they released this generally. And these were the 2 colors. The other one is Fuchsia, number 1. Again, I won't pronounce it. Desinvolte. This color, which I'll swatch. And now, even though these aren't going to be officially released until the end of April 2014, they are available on the YSL site. So this is the wand, which is very similar to the glossy stains, but there's a little pad in the middle. I'm not sure what the pad does, but it's right there. And this is what the color that I have looks like. In the glossy stains in a fuchsia, I only have a Rebel Nudes, but as far as undertones, the one I had that was the closest, I have both fuchsias, and that is Fuchsia Tomboy, undertone-wise. So you can see the 2 Fuchsia Tomboys on top. It's a lot glossier. The formula is a lot thinner, but it dries, whereas this one does not. It stays kind of, I can feel it. It's like a lipstick, creamy lipstick, but a little bit less dry, a little bit wetter than a regular lipstick. Whereas on me, the glossy stains dry down to kind of a solid finish. So this is going to transfer more color than a glossy stain. And it is less shimmery. It's supposed to be a matte, and it does have just a slight little glossiness to it, so it's almost a matte. There's that category to me which is almost a matte, which is matte, but it's still creamy looking or glossy looking, and that's what this is. And I really like the color a lot. It's basically, I looked online, what is fuchsia? I finally decided to look it up, and it's a mix between blue and red, and obviously some white mixed in, right, because it's such a light color oftentimes. This is a creamy, slightly blue-based pure fuchsia. As a blush, it lasts about 9 hours on me, and I have it on my cheeks. I did it maybe a little brighter than I would have done if I weren't doing it on camera, and I also didn't put a lot of bronzer. I didn't put any bronzer on, so you can see the pure color, and then I have it on my lips, and you can see the great coverage. So I have dry skin. I love cream blushes. I think they look really very natural on me, and so I'm a huge fan of them. I've ended up buying a lot of these 2-in-1 things, which are cheek and lip colors at the same time, and almost always they do a really great job on the cheek but a really horrible job on the lip. They don't wear very well. I also, for whatever reason, get a fading in my top lip line with that type of a formula, usually a thinner formula or a lighter color. So that's always a disaster because my lips never look quite right, and they don't wear evenly. This, on the other hand, what YSL did right is instead of taking a cream blush and trying to make it work on your lips, I think what they did is they took the glossy stain and they said, what if we make the formula a little thicker and not have it dry down quite so much, and then it'll work on the cheek, and then apply it to the lip, because it seems that reverse thing worked, because this product is amazing on the cheeks and amazing on the lips, and I think it's the only time I've ever said a product is amazing on both, ever. That's a really big positive. Cute little package. So this is $40 and it's 0.33 ounces. The glossy stains are 0.20 ounces. You can see the one's very similar, like I said, but this one has that little pad in the middle. And let's see, according to YSL, it's a buildable light diffusing gel that's somehow simultaneously both matte and luminous, which is true. 12 shades, most of them not as bold as these. And so the stains transform instantly into super saturated powder pigments, I guess. They recommend getting 2 different colors and applying contrasting colors, or doing it like this, like a twin set, where you apply the same color so that your cheeks and your lips are consistent. They also call it a 2-in-1 ultra blendable air whipped mousse that beautifully highlights your lips and cheeks with a sensual soft matte finish. What I think overall, I think the color's great that I got. Orange is probably not right for me, although if someone else has it, I would love to hear what they think about that before I return it, but I'm probably going to return it without trying it out. I love mattes. I love how this looks on both my lips and my cheeks. I love that I can throw this in my bag and just have a color for both that's really great quality. I love how great the coverage of this formula is. It doesn't feel heavy on my lips at all, but yet you can see it's just a really great, strong, opaque coverage on my lips, very flattering. And I like the wearability. 9 hours on the cheeks, I get about 3.5, 4 hours, which is really long for me on the lips, with slight staining. So I even get slight staining on my cheeks. You can still maybe see, I've been wearing this overnight. You can see a little bit of pink on my arm. That's from putting this on last night, and I've since taken a shower and you know, all that. But I don't use soap on it. I just let it sit for a while and see how much staining I get. So you get some good staining on this. But it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color, beautiful formula. $40. They're on the YSL site through the end of April exclusively. Then they're available on a broad basis. That's it. Thanks. Please subscribe. And I have a novel called Masks, which is a YouTube novel, which is chapter by chapter on YouTube, which is about makeup and the masks we wear. So if you get a chance, check that out.